Welcome back to SND Precision. I just want to give you guys a full breakdown of NASDAQ. What I was looking, that was first. Let me change my time zone to New York. What I was looking on Thursday and Friday. That was on 21st and 22nd. This one here. So what I was looking, how I was able to sell from here and catch the entry, why I didn't take this entry here. So I'm gonna give you guys a reason of why I didn't take a sell entry from here, because when I saw this, I knew here there was a trap, because it's something that is clear, like everyone can see. Then market will likely to trap more people from the zone. So this is how you need to understand about the market. And there is people also that are doing, let's say, the supply and demand trader like me. Most of the people, they'll try to sell from here. So I'm gonna give you guys a full breakdown. So the first things that I did was, after Nasdaq dropped all the way, if you remember guys, I have a video where I explain why market was selling from the top here up until the low. Everything was there, the zone where it's supposed to go, where it's supposed to start buying and selling, everything I put for you guys there. So then I saw market was retracing from all this move. I just participate a lot, maybe somewhere here. Then I end up exiting the market. As I told you guys, I wanna change my way of trading. I'm not gonna continue doing the scalping stuff, because I realize most of the entries that I'm taking, my analysis, they are playing like a full time. If I define a level that market is gonna go to this level, it always go to that level and start doing what, and start buying or start selling. So I wanna try to change a bit my way of trading. I wanna join the swing trade, because I took a sell position. My sell position one was here, then I close it somewhere here. Again, I took another sell position from here until this demand level, then I close. But my overall target was for market to run, hold this liquidity and come back to this area. So check what happened. Market went all the way. If you haven't watched the other video, go watch the Nasdaq breakdown, you'll see what I'm talking about. Then the first things that I saw from this level, because I wanted to sell, to scalp and sell from here. Why I'm saying scalping? Because there is a possibility of market going again more to the upside. Because if you check here, what they want is for them to run this eye, but they're not just gonna come straight and run this eye, because this is the external liquidity. Inside we have some decision points where marketers may be likely to come, and try to stop from there, for them to do to give the sell again. So the first things that I saw from this area, why market sold, let's say example on this zone here. Do you see on this zone here we had, let me put on the body like I normally put on the body. Yes, so we see the first things that was here was this eye. Check how market come and manipulate this level here. Then we had the demand zone that was resting here. Sorry guys. We had the demand level that was resting here. So what we want to see is for market to create the liquidity. When market create liquidity, so that they can give us the chance of us participating in the market, we want to see where market is going to trap most of the people. If you check here, they create these equal lows for them to come and run them. They run it. We have the zone until this area. So they run this zone, come touch the zone, go to the upside, clean break, they break the zone. So what do we expect next? We need to see where there is a key level for them to come and do it, and start selling again to continue with the overall movement. So it's like market do something like this, then market come and play from this zone here, then go to the upside, break this zone. What do you expect next? We want to see the key level. What is the key level? Where market is likely to come and play from there. So this is my key level. Do you see this zone here? Because this zone was being manipulated. This is the zone, and market just come and play from the zone like this. So this zone was still strong. Then you're gonna ask yourself what is happening. I'm not just gonna go to the small time frame. You're gonna see it is supposed to be a strong decision point, either a block supposed to be there. But as long as I see that hidden base, for me, it's already a zone for me to take an entry. Why? Because there was an inducement. If you didn't pay attention to it, there was an inducement that was here already. You see, so we had an inducement there already. That was a strong zone for me to say, okay, I'm gonna take what you call a sell above this eye. I'm not gonna sell here, but I need to see how market is gonna trade above the eye. And the next things that I wanna check is what is the decision point that is above my my liquidity. So I saw above my liquidity I have this SSR line plus all this manipulation. If you know about the QMTR, you're gonna know that we have this strong strong support. Then this is a support left, then we have another support to the right side. Market break the level, create this zone for them to come and do it and start selling. So when you are selling, you need to know what is your target. My target is gonna be this low. Why this low? Because this is the low that creates let me just do something like this. This is the low that give us this higher movement. You see this higher movement, this low. Then when we are selling from here, our target must be for them to come and take out this low point, because this low, it acts like a external liquidity. And inside we have the internal liquidity. Let's say example, we have this one. Market has to target this one also. What you're gonna see, people, they'll say, okay, I have a break of structure from here. Then market create this liquidity, the one that was there. You see, so this is a sort of a trap that market will try to trap people, because the original movement started from here. And if you check again properly, this eye here become a strong eye, and this one become a weak low, because this eye, the one that went to mitigate this SSR, failed to break the top side. So we failed to break this top, then this one market get there. So our target must be here. This just I wanted to show you guys why we could not come and sell again from here. So if we remove these things of saying, okay, market is already create a liquidity, these things become our QML. If we can check here, these things become our, let me just delete this and change it. This one become our QML level. This is how most of the people that are trading supply and demand level without understanding liquidity, they'll say this is our QML. But the only thing that you need to understand on the QML when you are trading QML, you need to know where is the edge of your QML, because here we have the high, we have the low, then we have the higher high. So you need to pay attention to that. Where is your higher high coming from? So if you know where your higher high is coming from, you're not gonna have a problem. And I'm just gonna be a quick one. I'm gonna touch so many stuff. So let's say market creates something like this, go to the upside, break this level. We know already market is already create this SR flip. That is the one Michael sometimes he call SN breaker. So then market starts buying. When market is buying, market gets on this level, create something like this, then drop. You as a trader, you just need to understand that my edge, this one here, is coming from which zone? If you remember, this is what we call a flip zone. A flip zone where we have support become a resistance, or resistance becomes support. So your edge is coming from a flip zone where we have this resistance stuff, where we have a support stuff. So this is the things that you need to watch out. Then what you see when market is coming again back to the upside, most of the people, they will expect market to do what? Market to come, give them a nice liquidity level, do something like this, trap them, because most of institutions, they know that people, they would like to trade this QML from here. Then they will give you even a reaction, a nice reaction from the drop small, then boom, then boom. Now you're gonna ask yourself a question, how was right? I saw a QML, what happened? Why my QML didn't work? You just need to understand this QML is coming from which side. The head of your QML is coming from which side. And there is another way that QML fell. It's like, let's say we have another QML that was forming somewhere here. You see, we have a QML that was forming from there. Then market creates another QML to the downside, like this one here, the one we call a diamond QML. You see this one here. So when you see market is like in the market, there is a big QML and market created a small QML. Just know that that small QML of yours is going to fail because market is going to seek the higher liquidity, the big QML. So this is the second scenario of why QML do fail. I hope you understand the first one. You need to check if the higher high is not coming from the flippy. This is where support become resistance or resistance becomes support. And the second one is where the market already create a big QML. Then you have a small QML that has been created inside the markets for them to trap more people. So you need to pay attention to this one, then you're not gonna fail. So this is what we need to look at. Then the next things that you need to identify is, okay, we have this level. So let me delete all this first. Then we know market is buying. Let's say market is buying. Here there is a QML. I've already explained to you guys why this QML is going to fail. Then the next things that you want to pay attention to, above our QML, what is there? What is the order that is there? If you can check, we have this on here. We have this one, we call it a breaker or the SR flip, because it even helped the market to run this liquidity, the one that was resting here. And most of the people, what they'll do, even myself, I would like to see how market is gonna come here for me to do it, for me to start selling again, because I know this one has first to hold the price, but it's gonna depend on how strong the order that was there. And check here how market did. Markets come here, manipulate this QML, then they run this eye. Because there is an inducement, this eye become an inducement because of this SSR zone, the one that was here. Market could not again come back and hold from this zone. So they have to trade above for them to do it, to start selling again. Now, let's say someone who's using a big stop loss, even if this market is playing like this, because I know people that they're using 100 pips, 50 pips of stop loss, but some of us, we don't do that. We want to use maybe 5, 10, 15 pips for us to take an entry. So the only thing that I need to identify is, okay, this hidden base. This hidden base is the one that is going to be my holder. And from the beginning, I told you guys there is a way that market could even run this eye and come up until this zone. I told you guys. So this is something also we need to keep in our mind. So when I see market did like this, I didn't take a trade. I let the market play for that one day. My expectation was for market to do it, to come and start selling from the top where I saw the hidden base, because when I see the hidden base, I expect market to come in the right way. For me, it's a very strong zone where market has to do it, to come. And plus there was this imbalance price, the one that was resting here. So market has to fill this zone. If you want to see how market has to fill the zone, so you need to come and make it to the tick. So that you say, okay, this is where market has to fill that imbalance. So if market get there, already we know that, okay, market is already fill the imbalance. So this zone here, oh sorry, let me do something like this. This zone here become our inducement, and this one was how our QML fell. It become the diamond QML. So this is diamond QML, the QML that fell, the diamond QML. Then we need to look for market to do it, to to sell above. And also the only thing that you need to pay attention to again is this zone. What do you see about this zone here? This is a demand level that helped market to break and grab all liquidity that was resting here. So this zone here become our strong zone, where we need also to come and look forward for a buy continuation. But we have another zone. Before we sell from the top side, we want to see where market is going to create liquidity. So this is what I want to explain. Let me delete these things. Then delete also this one. So check what happened now. Because I'm trading most of the time the macro zone. So the micro zone is this one. I have my macro zone, that is supplier H4. Then what must I do? I have to go to M15. When I find the macro zone on M15 on H4, I have to go to M15 to see how I'm gonna get my entry. If you haven't watched that video, go to my YouTube. You see there is a video about the supplier zone. This is why I explain about all this stuff, how you need to check this time stuff. Then I go to M15 from here. So when I go to M15, the first things that I want to see is, remember, this is the supplier level that I selected. Also, sorry, demand level that I selected on what? On H4. This is the one that I selected on H4. Then on M15, I want to see how market is building liquidity inside this zone. This is what I want to see. Then the first things that I saw from this area was, okay, where is the body started? My body started from this level. This is the M15 when I start now refining, because I saw markets run this low point here. So for me, somewhere here, this is where my orders to start, where there is this body. Because if you want to check all this week, check what the week goes. So most of the time I look at the body, where the body starts, for me to do it, to be able to catch my entry. Then the next things that I want to see is, okay, is there any break of structure to show me that market is going to come back so that they can start buying again? I saw this level. Market is already break this area. Then what is the inducement stuff? I'm going to mark almost 2 liquidity from this area. Check this level, all this low. People that are trading the trend line stuff, they're going to say, okay, markets come here, touch, I'm buying. Then they get here, market trap them. Market even give them another reason of them doing what? Continue selling. Because here there is people that they says there is a break and retest. They're gonna sell from here. When market break this, they wanna come and sell from here. This is what they wanna sell. Because most of the time people, they are rushing. As for me, what I'm doing right now I'm looking, I have my higher zone, the zone that I have the higher probability of me taking the entry. Then I want to look how market is creating liquidity. I see this eye, market create this eye. When market create that eye, so this eye is there, then I have my low point. How do you call these things? This is the one we call. This one become a strong low, and this one becomes a weak eye. So if market is not breaking this one is a strong low. If market is gonna break the other one, then that one is the weak eye. Another thing that is gonna happen here, there is not only people that they are trading this trend line, there is also people that they are trading flags. People that are trading flags, they're saying, okay, market is creating a symmetrically whatever. Then here they are doing what? They are selling. Because market touch their level, they start also doing what? Selling. But at the same time, what I'm seeing, I'm just seeing a bunch of liquidity that market is creating to give me a valid reason for me to do what? To buy. Let's say my way of trading, this area could be my entry, because I like trading and taking the higher risk entry, and I'll target that higher point. But if you want to try to take a trade that is reduce risk entry, what are you going to do now? This is what you're going to do. You see this area here. Markets break structure. So the first thing that market did was we ran this low. Then I can go to M5. Let me go to M5 and mark for you guys something. Okay, let me cut it from somewhere here. Okay, just here. Okay, so when I go to M5, now I want to try to see what is market going to do to start buying, because I know I have a first risk entry. This is the one, my risk entry. Then if you want to know what is the precision of me taking the second entry, I'm gonna do something like this, because when I see the hidden base, you guys knows normally I like this hidden base stuff. This one also I can refine it as to be my entry since I saw that hidden base. Then at the same time I have this block, the one that is here, depend on the time frame that I'm looking at, but my main focus is gonna be for me to take the trade on this hidden base. I can say okay, because I'm taking my entry from here, from the hidden base. If I want, I can do the lower low stuff. This is the lower low, or if you want to take another entry, then I'll target again from the top side. Or what I'm gonna do, I see where I'm gonna do something like this. I just put it there to see if market is gonna come there. But my main entry, this is what I'm gonna do, because I like that one, at least where it started. Let me see. Okay, from there. And market created liquidity. You see this liquidity, I'm not gonna look for a buy from this level. I wanna see how market is gonna trade below this area so that I can do it. I can be able to take the end. So there is a lot of stuff that I look at before I do it. I take an entry. Then let's see what happened. Then here she goes. So market just come straight. If you check here, they get all these two entry. At least this one small, they didn't touch it. But as long as I have my hidden base, that is the best strong level, I normally look for me to do it, to take the entry. So I know already what is going to be my target. My target has to be above this eye, because I want to see how market is going to run that eye. Must I take the entry straight when market get at my zone? Yes, I can do that, because normally this is how I trade. So let me just do again something like this. This is how I do my stuff. So I likely to see when market is getting on my level, then I do something like this, straight from my zone. This is my first entry. I always take the risk entry. Then let's see if I can do my stop loss somewhere there. Then this is what happened also. After that, let me explain again something here, guys. One thing we need to see. So most of people, what they'll do, they'll say, okay, this is a very strong zone where we have a supplier level. Again, we have another QML. You see, we have another QML. Market is already created liquidity. We have liquidity there. Then we have an inducement again this side. So let me just consider this one. And people, they'll say, okay, so this is going to be my level. Now check what is going to happen from there. What is going to happen there. So let me delete a bit one of this one. So let's say you say, okay, I'm going to take until this zone for me to do it, to be able to catch the movement. Check what is going to happen. Market give you a nice reason for you to jump in. You are saying, okay, now I'm going to the downside. Check what is going to happen next. So for someone who's very smart, he's going to take an entry here and maybe exit, because we have this demand level and the exit. But there is other people, they'll say already, because I had the break of structure, market already created this inducement, so I'm going to the downside. But you need to know what is the overall stuff. Do you see what happened there? They just go there and break your level straight. If you are not clever already here, you are out. But if you know what you are doing, you can collect this profit for you to do it, to go to the upside and check what happened. When they get at my zone, already, boop, I'm inside. I have an entry here. I have another entry from there. But the only thing that I want to see now is to try to see on the higher time frame what is happening. Market already creates another decision point that I'm going to start watching and see if market is going to come there for them to do it. to sell again. But what I wanna do, since market is already break this level, run this liquidity, the one that is there. Can you see there? Market is already run that liquidity, the one that is there. So what I'm waiting for that high to become strong, I wanna see market take out this low. If market take out this low and create again liquidity on top, this is when I'm gonna be able to do it, to join the move and take the entry again. So check what happened. Boom, we break structure. We have a break of structure. Then what do you wait for? We wanna see how market is going to create liquidity. If market creates a liquidity, then it's going to validate my zone here for me to do what? To take my sell position, continuation. But remember, I have already one sell. So the only thing that I'm waiting is for continuation sell for a risk entry. Sorry, a reduced risk entry. That is what I'm waiting, because the first one is a risk entry and the second one must be a reduced risk entry. For me to be able to understand that, okay, market is going to give me a reduced risk entry, it's going to be something. Let's say market get here, create something like this, go there, create any type of liquidity that I want to see, then touch my zone, then withdraw. So this is what I want to see for me to be able to catch again another move. And check what happened. What happened here was again this one. Oh, sorry, it's not going automatic. Okay, so this is what was happening from there. Let me increase a bit the speed. But if you want again to refine, let's say you have like this, because I like to use more, since I have the H4 micro zone, what I'm gonna do, I need to go to the low time frame M15, or I can say, let me go to M3, because I use more M3 for my entry, and try to refine my zone so that I can be able to catch again another proper movement. So what I see again here, do you see I had a break of structure? Just for me to reduce a bit my stop loss, I have a break of structure there. Then what is the decision point that lead to a break of structure? Chose this one, the M3, the one that is there. So this is gonna be the level where I'm going to do it to look for my entry. But since I have that area there where there is the body, you see this body plus the wick, I'm gonna say that is gonna be my zone where I'm going to look for me to take the entry, not just the open. I need to have the reason of why I'm taking that entry. I can put even my stop loss there. Then I target again the low. So I have my zone there where I want to take my entry, and check what happened now on M15. Let me just put it a bit speed. Do you see? So let me pause a bit. Do you see, guys? So market get already straight from where I wanted, then they start selling already. So this is what, guys, I was looking on NASDAQ. And another thing that I saw was, do you see this liquidity that was being created there before my zone? And most of the people, this is what they'll do, because when they see like here, they jump already. Let me tell you what people they'll do. They'll jump here already on M15, jump, and put even a stop loss at the break even. But check on M3. They didn't fill that price properly. So this is what you need to understand. They didn't fill that price properly. So what they give you, they just give you a reason. If you go properly there, you're gonna see there is nothing that they fill there. Do you see? They just come here, they touch, but what is the order? The order starts here until the top. And this is why, oh sorry guys, this is why you saw them coming back again here, run this level, because for people that they rush. Why people they rush here? Because this was almost 9:30, where people they start selling, they buy, then they sell, then market. The reason for them to do it, to trap all people that they rush. This is almost what we call the London kill zone close. It's closing, then we have this entry until the downside. So sharp, guys, this is just what I wanted to show you guys.